What's good, YouTube? Check out this shirt that I made for my wife. Sublimated image onto frosted glitter, rainbow frosted glitter white vinyl. If you want to learn how to make this, stick around and I'll show you. What's good, YouTube? Today we have another exciting tutorial slash learning video. Today I'm going to be sublimating for the first time, but sublimation on vinyl. And the vinyl we're going to be using today for this shirt is glitter vinyl. We're going to be using the white glitter vinyl. So sublimation obviously is not necessarily what we're used to doing on this channel, but there's a first time for everything. So sublimation usually is done on polyester t-shirts or surfaces or polyester materials, or usually we use them on t-shirts that are at least more than 50% is what they say the rule of thumb is. So you have to have 100% polyester or 50 or more percent. So sometimes 65 polyester. You have shirts that are a combination of 75 polyester, 25 cotton, or 35 cotton and 65, but the ratio of polyester to cotton has to be more. Okay, today we are doing this and we're going to be sublimating on 100% cotton. And is that possible? Let's see. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to this this text button. You want to click on that, and we have a default text, or whatever text you use the last is going to show up. So we want to change this text to a text that's kind of thicker and larger. That way you could see the image on top of the text. So let's change this text. Let's first type in Maldives. Let's get our caps lock on Maldives. Okay, we're going to highlight that and change the font. We're going to change it to a system font. Titan 1 is the name of the font, which doesn't come standard with Cricut, and I was able to get this online, and I will probably show that in a separate video how to get fonts from or different libraries from outside sources. But anyway, let's go ahead and pick Titan 1. Okay, that changes. So we see we have that nice bold looking font. So when we put an image on top of that, it'll look, and you could see the image in the lettering. So let's go ahead and duplicate that. So let's Control C to copy, and let's go ahead and click outside and paste it. Let's paste a couple. All right, so we want to go Maldives, and so we want to change this to is my, and we want to change that to 8 hyphens. Okay, and let's bring that down, and we want to change this to happy, and the last one we want to change that to place. Okay, let's highlight the whole thing. We have a 6.473 by 7.73. we have this locked. Let's go ahead and change the height to 11 and see what that adjusts the width to. So I already have the measurements for each of the lettering, so let's just change this. Let's unlock this since we have definitive sizes for it. So we want to go with a width of 8.45 and a height of 2.52. Okay, let's shift this down, bring this a little higher up. Let's do the same thing with is my. Unlock this, the padlock, and we change this to 8.45 by 2.52 and hit enter. Okay, we got that set. And for these hyphens or this separator, we want to change that. Unlock that padlock, and let's change that to the same width of 8.45, and let's just go with a height of 0.455. Okay, next we got our happy. We want to unlock that. Let's change the width to 8.45 as well. Okay, and a height of 2.52. And you'll see why I'm doing this is because you'll see that the reason why I'm doing this is when I put everything together, it should be big enough to fit my image, and not only that, it should be a big enough image to where it covers the shirt. I'm making this shirt, I forgot to preface this, I'm making this shirt for my wife. We took a trip down to Maldives a year and a half ago in December, and we really enjoyed it. My wife did purchase a shirt while we were there, and her shirt damaged after the first wash. So she was missing her shirt, and she wanted me to make one, and I promised I was going to make her one 10 times better than the one she had. So let's make this as pretty as possible for her. Okay, so the last one we have is a place. Let's unlock this. We're going to go with the width of 8.45 again, and a height of 2.52, and hit enter. So let's bring these close together. Okay, let's see right there. Let's bring the happy up as close as we can and bring place close to happy. Now next we want to highlight everything, and we want to align. The align button is on the top right here, and we want to center horizontally. That lines everything up on the page horizontally. So let's see what we have as a total image size. We've got 8.45 by 11, but what I want to do is I want to make the total image an 8.45 by 11. So let's bring that to 11. Unlock this, and I need just the height to be at 11. Okay, and I think we're done. Let's highlight that again. We have an 8.45 by 11. So next what we're going to do, so we don't move these things around after aligning them centrally, after the central, because you know sometimes there is a tendency to just grab this and move that, you see, and that's not part. We want to make this image one whole image. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to come down here and we want to combine, and we want to weld. So it welds the whole image together. So if I drag or mistakenly drag this, the whole image drags. So we have our full image on this page. Okay, so now that we're happy with this image, we want to go ahead. You could change the color, but it's all going to print on one color. So it's not going to end up like this, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to use my white glitter vinyl. I want to go ahead and hit make it, and of course I want to go ahead and mirror that. Okay, because again, you want to mirror your images so that when you put it on your shirt, it'll be right side up. Okay, once I'm done with that, I hit continue. Okay, we're going to be using the premium vinyl frosted glitter, which is already highlighted here. If you don't have this and you didn't save it as a bookmark, you can just go here to browse all materials. Under search all materials, I can type in glitter and hit enter. And you can have, you'll see all the options here. There's glitter cardstock, glitter craft foam. We're not using any one of these. We're using the premium frosted glitter. And if you want to bookmark it to make sure you see it in future and not have to go here, just click on this button right here. That's to save it as one of your favorites. Okay, once you hit that, okay, you hit done, and you have it right here. My pressure, I'm going to go to more, and then you have to load your mat. All right. Okay, and here is the frosted glitter vinyl I'm going to be using. This is already pre-cut. I got it in 12 by 12 from Amazon, and this is what the surface looks like. It's got some specks here, so I think it's rainbow frosted glitter, and it's white, rainbow white frosted glitter. This is what I'm going to be using to lay my sublimation image over. Once I get the letterings and the wordings cut out from this, place it on the shirt and let it adhere to the shirt, heat press, let that sit for a little bit, and then sublimate my palm tree image. All right, so I got my glitter vinyl shiny side down on my 12 by 12 mat. That's already pre-cut, like I said, and it's ready to be cut. Send it through the Cricut machine. Press my feed button. What our t-shirt is going to say, and the actual words that our images are going to be sublimated onto. Let's go ahead and work on our image. I already found this image from pexels.com, and that's PEXELS.com. I was just looking for a picture that shows kind of like a vibrant blue sky with palm trees and a little bit of just a little feel of what Maldives looks like with the white sand beach. So I downloaded this from Pexels, like I said. This is the image. So now we want to go ahead and print this on our transfer paper or our sublimation paper. It's now time to take care of the printing of the image that we got from Pexels. So it's an online, we have to use a cloud-based design software, which is that was provided with the SG500 printer, my sublimation printer that I bought from Sawgrass. It comes with access to Creative Studio, which is kind of like Cricut Design Space, but it's got the basic tools that you need, like templates for mugs and t-shirts. But here's where we're currently signed in. So the first thing you do is you go to Creative Studio on the top, you click on that, and right here where it says start creating, you click on that, and it should give you your blank canvas. All right, so here's where you can pick your clothing, your drinkware, all your blanks that you may need if you're decorating home decor, pillows, mobile devices, as in mobile device cases, aprons, and other things that have polyester that you can sublimate onto. But for this case, I want to pick the exact dimension, so I'm going to go here down to custom canvas and click on that. Okay, it's in millimeters. You want to change that to inches. And so since I'm working with A4 paper or your standard size paper, I'm going to go with the width of 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to hit create. So at this point, these dotted lines with this guide is now 8.5 by 11. So the next step is to actually import the picture that I saved on the downloads folder from Pexels. So I'm going to hit galleries. Once you go to galleries, you go to my images, and at this point it'll give you an option to upload image, and it gives you tells you that you can upload a PNG, JPG, or SVG file. So in this case, I click on upload image, and then I go to this button or icon here and click on the upload button, and here it is. Click on that and hit open. Once you hit open, you could rename it here, or if you choose not to, I'm going to leave it as is, and then I'm going to click on the save button. Status bar should be filled up. Once that's filled up, the image will load on. The image we need, you click on it, and it should automatically upload here. Alright, so let's change this to inches so that when we increase this size, because I want this image to fill up this 8.5 by 11 board. Okay, now I can either drag the handles this way. As you can see, the aspect ratio is locked, so I can't fill in here. So what I want to do is I want to unlock this aspect ratio so I don't have an even increase. Okay, so right now I could skew this image this way or that way. I don't want it too skewed, but I do want it to fill in to that space. So I'm going to grab these handles right here and pull it to here while paying attention to my inches here. Either do it this way or you can scale it this way. All right, but I'm going to do it this way. That way I can accurately fill in my board here, and it says 8.44 by 10.99. Let's see if we can get it closer than that. So the next step we want to do is to print. So it can take us to our print settings. And as you can see, we already have the printer that's ready to print. It's our Sawgrass SG500, and it says ready. Okay, so tray 1 by default. Okay, that's the only tray, and it's US letter size. These are the other options, legal, ISO 4. But anyway, today we're going to be printing on the US letter size. And you want to mirror this image, and you'll see that it's mirrored on the next print manager page. I don't want to put auto print because I don't want it to send it directly to the printer. I need the print manager so I can actually put in the parameters of my print document. Okay, and we want to go polyester because polyester dictates how much ink is used by the printer. In this case, polyester, if it's a fabric or polyester, then it's going to use a little more ink than if you were to click on metal or any other hard surface. Okay, so like I said, polyester. Paper is text print R. You can hit the drop down menu here and select any paper you're using. In this case, I'm using the text print R. For the color quality, I want to go with the high quality and not photographic. I'm going to go with vivid. Some people prefer photographic, but photographic is mainly for pictures. And this is mainly for graphic documents with vibrant colors. Leave the color palette as is. Once I hit the print button, it'll send my print document to the queue, and it will give me confirmation that it has been sent to the printer queue. Sometimes this takes a little longer than we would like, but you see, okay, it says print has been successfully queued. Once I hit OK, you wait a little bit and the print manager should pop up. Okay, and here is my print manager settings. As you can see, because I hit that mirror button, it shows mirror. You want to make sure it's mirrored, and it's a live preview, so if you uncheck it, you'll have the regular image, but I do want it mirrored, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the mirror, and it reflects right here. So I have polyester for my material. On my substrate, my print quality is high. I've got my paper and my tray, one source, which is the only tray, no bypass. Under layout, I'm going to go ahead and take my bleed lines off because it has a black border around here, and that's just to help you see when you flip that document or that sheet upside down, or when you turn it over to press it, you're able to see the edges of the sheet, but I don't want that, so I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to trim white space. Or I can go ahead and preserve layout from designer, and that will automatically have my trim white space and center checked. All right, I have my job lined up, which is one job. You can always add another job to the queue. My color, I make sure it's on vivid because I changed it from photographic to vivid in the previous menu. My other, if I wanted to print a file, I can go ahead and click here and it'll give me an option to print a file. But once I have this set and everything is all set, I just hit the print button right here. Here is the Maldivian image. Okay, let's print it on transfer paper. All right, text print R. And this is the image that's going to be shown on the letter, so we'll see how that works. All right, let's go. All right, so at this point I do have my weeded image, and this is my rainbow white frosted glitter, and that's right side up. It says Maldives is my happy place, and that's what it looks like. And this is my image from my sublimation printer on my transfer sheet, text printer R. Okay, now the color doesn't look as vibrant right now, but it does look much vibrant once you have transferred that to t-shirts. And the t-shirt in question, or the t-shirt I'm going to be using today, is my Bella canvas for my wife. This is a small size, and this is a V-neck. All right, black, and I think this design is going to look very, very good. It's going to look so good on this shirt. So I'm going to get this shirt prepped and ready. I got it on my heat press. I got to turn my heat press on from here. I want to heat that up to 315 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And well, it looks like it's already set at 315. Let me just make sure. P1, okay. 15 seconds, Fahrenheit, 39. All right, and we're good to go. It's at 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to reach my program temperature of 315 degrees. And once it hits that, we'll get our shirt prepped and ready to go. All right. All right, so we got our heat press heated up to 315 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and prep my Bella canvas t-shirt. Gotta find the center. It's a V-neck. It's easy to find the center. It's right down the middle of that V, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a crease in that whole shirt. That way I have my guide lines for my design placement. All right, I'm gonna put it in there and press it for about, not very long, 3 seconds. Okay. And I'm also, in addition to finding my crease and my center, I'm also removing the moisture from the shirt so adhesion takes place properly. Okay, I got my center. Okay, I got my center. Now I want to take my lint roller and take off any excess lint. Now for my design, I want to go ahead and find the center as well. Okay, I'm going to place on my t-shirt. I think my wife is going to love this shirt. Let's go ahead and make that. It's going to make her smile. When she smiles, that means she's happy. Happy wife, happy what? Happy life. Those of you who know will know. All right, just make sure I'm lining that up properly. Okay. All right, so I got that lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Teflon sheet, place above it for heat dissipation. And I want to press that just to adhere, just to stick to the shirt for about, let's do 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds is over, hold that out. And I believe this is a cold pill. Actually, no. Not a cold pill. I have to test it out first, but usually I let it cool down, but I'm a little impatient, so just want to see how this turns out. And boom. When do I say boom? When I love it. That looks fantastic so far. Okay. So I'm going to take this shirt, let it cool off for a little bit, and prep my image for sublimation. Okay, once again, here's my image. That's what it's going to look like. That's the mirrored image. And once I put it on the shirt down this way, I'm going to do it for about 45 to 60 seconds. I tend to do it a little longer so my vibrant colors come out. They tend to pop a little bit when I do it longer. But since I have a vinyl piece on here, I don't want to shrink that vinyl or affect that vinyl in any way. So I'm not going to put it for too long, maybe 50. I'm going to go with 50 seconds for now. And I'm going to increase my temperature to, I'm going to go 390, set it, increase my time from my initial 15 seconds. I'm going to increase that to 50 seconds. Got it set at Fahrenheit and I'm ready to go. So once my temperature gets to the allotted 390 degrees, we'll go from there. So for sublimation, since it's essentially what it is that it's a, just a regular ink that actually when you heat it up, it goes from, if you remember your basic science, it goes from liquid to gas. So that ink becomes gas, and the gaseous ink is what gets imprinted or embedded in the fibers of your material, no matter what. So if it's 100% polyester or at least 65% polyester, it gets ingrained in the fibers and it becomes part of the shirt. So it doesn't peel off or it doesn't crack like vinyl would. It actually lasts for the lifetime of the shirt or the material that you're sublimating on. So in this case, you want to prevent that ink from going from one surface to the other, since I want to sublimate it on this surface. So what I need to do is I need to put parchment paper, which is your regular cooking sheet. The preferred paper is butcher paper that doesn't have any wax included, but I'm going to go ahead and make do with what I have. And so I want to insert this parchment paper in the shirt so it doesn't transfer the sublimated image. Some people wouldn't do that on a black shirt, but I want to go ahead and get in the practice of doing that for my sublimation images. And we're good to go there. Okay. Got that down. My heat press is still heating up to 390 degrees. So I'm going to let that sit. It's at 388 right now. I need it to get to 390. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that image down here, and I'm going to tape it with some heat transfer tape. It's a specialized type of tape. Here's heat transfer tape. It can withstand higher temperatures without compromising its integrity. I need to tape down the transfer sheet with the image onto my vinyl. Okay, and the reason why I want to do that is because I want zero movement. You don't want ghosting, because if you have it move while you're heat pressing it, you'll have an image that is not clear Okay. I want to make sure this is lined up. Okay. I want to make sure that image is completely covering my letters. Okay, got that edge covered up here, and the edge covered up here. All right, now, the next step we're going to do that we don't normally do is cover this with an additional amount of parchment paper to prevent that ink gas from hitting the heating platen. Okay, we don't want to stain that, so if we have a next project that's maybe a white shirt or polyester, white polyester, if you have ink stain here, when you put it down, you might stain your next project. So you want to go ahead and protect that by putting some more parchment paper here. Again, butcher paper is preferred, but all I have right now is kitchen parchment paper, so I'm going to use that. Lay that down here, and I'm going to go ahead with another layer of, or my Teflon sheet on top of the parchment paper, which is on top of my heat transfer paper with the image, which is on top of my heat transfer vinyl. Push it in there, put a little more pressure. All right, 50 seconds. All right, done. Oof, some of that toxic, try not to breathe that in. That is gaseous ink. Okay, hopefully this turns out well. Have my sheet down here. Take my parchment paper off. Peel my stickies. Of course, that's hot. And voila. Oh, look at that. What do I say when I like it? Boom. Boom. Look at that. How fantastic does that look? And that's what my sheet looks like after it's been transferred. Okay. Oh, she's gonna love that. I'll go ahead and take the parchment paper from inside. So you see, that parchment paper has some ink on it, so that's no good anymore. Can't use that. Gotta throw it away and use a brand new parchment paper. But you can see if I did not put that down, it would have transferred to the back surface, and if it was a white shirt, that would have ruined the shirt. But check this out. Look at that. Maldives is my happy place. Look at that beauty. I wish you could tell how good that looks. As you can see, there's a little bit of a mistake right here. I didn't lay the paper properly centered, but it's for my wife and she'll appreciate it, so it's not like, you know, you can't really tell. It's still blingy. All right, look at that. Oh, look at that. This is a close-up of our shirt. You can see how vibrant those colors are, the skies. See that, the blues, palm trees, all the greens, the leaves picked up, and the sand. Okay, like I said before, there's a little bit of a mistake here because I didn't lay the sheet straight, but you know, she's gonna love it anyway. My wife is gonna love this Bella Canvas V-neck shirt. Got this from Michael's. Love the material, 100% cotton. Normally, again, you can't sublimate on cotton, but this is a hack to sublimate on cotton. You can either use one of these frosted glitter vinyls, white, or you can use clear vinyl. Okay, I will probably do another sublimation where I use clear vinyl on 100% cotton. Maldives is my happy place. She's gonna love that. That's gonna replace her shirt that she bought over there, her overpriced shirt. Okay, here it is.